Hey everyone, this is Derek and welcome to my channel, Reef Automation. Oh, that's right. Let me try this again. Hey everyone, this is Derek.
And I'm Doris.
Welcome to Reef and Reptile Automation.
So Derek, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I went to school for programming, specifically computer programming, and I also went to school for information technology to learn how to put networks in.
Well, that's great, but how did you get into the reefing hobby?
Well, it's a funny story actually. When I was a young child, my dad did a little bet with me that I couldn't hit a baseball over my elementary school, and I told him I could, and he said, well, if you can hit the ball over your elementary school, I will buy you a fish tank, because at the time I really wanted to get a fish tank and I didn't know anything about it. And I hit it over the school and he got me a fish tank, and that's how I first got started in this hobby. And ever since I've been obsessed with reefing, with fish and so forth, and over time I've learned more and more and more over the years. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am not a programmer by any means. I'm not a tech savvy person at all. But like many of you out there, I've always had a love for animals. You know, as a kid, probably like many of you, I'd go to the library, check out books, because I just, had this love for animals and wanted to keep learning about them. In fact, that actually leads me to kind of a funny story. Fast forward to after we were married. Derek, I'm sure you remember this. We were sitting on the couch and I wanted to watch a nature show, and that show was featuring chameleons. And I've always been fascinated by chameleons and how they can change color. And I told Derek, I said, oh wow, these are amazing animals. I remember wanting to have one as a child. And that's all I had to say, because next thing I know is Derek is researching chameleons, and then we get a chameleon. So that was our first reptile. Really, although I'm not an expert, I'm not a biologist or zoologist, the flavor I really hope to add to this channel is that of education and fun and learning about these amazing creatures and just sharing that with you all. But Derek, why don't you tell everyone why you even started this channel in the first place?
So that's a really good question. Because I have been programming homes for such a long time, I decided that I could probably implement that in our fish tanks and in our reptile enclosures. And since I've done that, I have found that not only is it less stressful to have all these animals, because we have quite a bit, but also when I go on vacation, I don't have to worry as much because everything is taken care of due to my automation that we've programmed.
And I can testify to the fact that that's true, because as Derek knows, I love going on vacation, and that was my concern, is if we own all these animals, how are we going to be able to do that? And so him automating these tanks and enclosures has made it a lot easier for us to leave without worrying so much, and for those who are watching our animals, it's easier for them as well. We really hope that this channel will make reefing and reptile keeping much more fun and easy for you all, and so that you can enjoy the animals you have and maybe even get more that you didn't think you could have.
So before I forget, this is Groot.
And this is Tito.
And again, we want to welcome you to Reef and Reptile Automation.